Hey Fess, we're here at Reverb. A little bit smaller this year, but I mean everything's changed since the last time I was here. But big news for you guys, 10-year anniversary, right?
Yeah, 10-year anniversary, and it kind of feels surreal to really say that. It feels like we're just getting started, really, in my book. But yeah.
So what's up? What's new for this year? What's happening at Reverb?
So to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, we just printed our first price guide magazine. Many people know we've always shared our price guide data, but we've never compiled it in one section before, so we just put the last 3-year price trends of all of the best-selling gear on Reverb. Price trends of going up, going down, and then also we got a few trends and stories that we've noticed from the back end, because I mean we see a lot and we notice a lot of behaviors and whatnot, so we figured let's just encapsulate all that within this magazine and hand it out. So it's been received pretty well.
So I mean I guess that's going to be very useful for people who just want to kind of roughly get what should I sell my Les Paul now, or my grandmother, or whatever it may be, you know, they'll see what the price trend is.
So probably like the OP1. The OP1 has always been like a bestseller in terms of like portable synths, and the trend of the OP1 has also been pretty interesting. Obviously, like the original has gone down since they came out with the new one, but quite frankly, we sell a lot of them. So it's just
so weird because everybody bitches about them, don't they?
Yeah.
So, I never buy, and yet they still.
I agree. It's like kind of a really polarizing synth. Like you either love it or you hate it. But we sell a lot, and so yeah, we got a story about that.
So we wonder whether or not. I mean, we were speculating whether some of the things that sell a lot is because they change hands more.
Of course.
Or is it because they're actually originals are selling more?
No, it's because it changed hands more, and like I mean, that's what we are. We're an open marketplace, but also. That's what this trend data is pointing to. It's pointing to the last transactions, not necessarily setting the price on things and whatnot.
Right.
So we're trying to offer a bit of transparency, not just for like high volume dealers, but also for the producers and the musicians that just have a few pieces of gear and maybe might be overvaluing it or undervaluing it.
So what's hot at the moment? Where are the big kind of product spikes? You know, what's selling?
I would also say like the Roland SPs and just like the Roland Dr. Rhythms is having like sort of a second life in like the last decade, particularly with the SP samplers too, and like, you know, the beat scene of like where we're at right now in California, and also just like in general. I mean, the SPs are just an incredible sampler. And
it's interesting, isn't it? Because they're really starting to compete with the whole MPC ecosystem, right?
Yeah, totally. I've been an SP user for like a better part of a decade, and you know, with the new 404 Mark II coming out last year, that really took a dip in like some of the older SPs, which were kind of trending upward in value up until the Mark II came out.
Right, interesting. So what we got on the booth today, I noticed you've got a grandmother here, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, we got a grandmother here. I know it's not necessarily like the newest hot synth on the block, but you know.
I love it. I think it sounds great.
Yeah, of course. And it's like we've worked with Moog for years. We used to attend Moog Fest regularly, and shout out to Moog Fest. Please bring that back at some point. It's time. But then we also have the Anderson Paak exclusive that we did with Ludwig this year.
Oh, so this is a custom for Reverb?
Yeah, and
Paisley action, nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful snare. Sold exclusively on Reverb, and I don't know if you got a chance to check out the video for that, but it's a pretty fun video. Yeah.
So is that where you think, where's that going for you guys? I mean, because you also sell software as well. Where's the kind of big growth area, do you think?
Well, honestly, like our growth area right now is just like within expanding our own just site and just coverage and whatnot, and just helping people like save their favorite gear, watch their favorite gear, and also just make offers on stuff that they may think might be priced too high. You know what I mean? I mean, we're still an open marketplace, not necessarily the eBay style, but the fact that we have offers and the ability to kind of like negotiate with people selling some stuff, I think that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So is it? There was a really big spike in pandemic times because everybody was at home thinking, "Hey, great, I can play with stuff." What were people buying then? What was it?
Oh man, honestly, people were buying lots of synths, and also people were buying lots of their guitars for the first time. You know, but yeah, we saw the spike just like the general industry in the pandemic of just people at home and getting into music and whatnot. But yeah.
And it's interesting on the tail of that, obviously that was a bit what do you call it? It's synthetic in a way, you know.
Yeah.
So on the tail of that, what's kept its legs? What kind of gear categories have kept their legs after that?
Honestly, I would always still point back to the 5 strings because, I mean, quite frankly, that's kind of like what rules the industry in terms of like people just wanting to learn their favorite tunes or just picking up that instrument for the first time no matter where they are in life. But also, anecdotally speaking, I've seen a lot of people get into synthesizers for the first time, and we have so many options. So a lot of these musicians that maybe already have a guitar or run a band and recognizing the way the technology is going and they can just produce themselves now. We're selling lots of interfaces, MIDI controllers, the whole 9.
Yeah. Well, I thank you very much for talking to us today. Anything else we need to know about Reverb before you sign off? Got any deals, offers, anything coming up promo-wise?
I would just say just keep a lookout for what we're doing at Reverb News. So myself, I'm covering lots of synths and electronics, and we're really just trying to keep doing cool things like this price guide in terms of just telling cool stories within the wide world of gear. So just look out for that.
Thanks very much, man.
Yeah.